Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Korea. Sweet Choson turtles. Between episodes, we spent like 3,000 gold on manufactories, and then I remembered that the Ottomans are generously paying for global trade for us. So we're actually going to spend like all of the money on manufactories, and let's also pre-build workshops, if possible, because that'll make the manufactories that show up at the top of the list are usually going to be the provinces that already have a workshop. And when you have low building count slots like this, you want to make sure that every province has a manufactory so that every province will be high priority for your... Sorry, every province has a workshop, so every province will end up with a manufactory. Workshop manufactory is vastly superior to temple. So never, like... Temples are okay. Temples are just okay. Don't build temples just to make like 0.13 ducats a month though. Like here, head to Allah. You don't want to spend your only available building slot on a temple because then you'll never build a manufactory there. You would rather build a workshop here, even if it's a little bit less than the temple, so that then the next time you get one more building slot because of development or something, you have it already ready to go. In my opinion. So manufactory progress is looking pretty good. We got a lot of manufactories. We're solid. Imagine if we had taken economic ideas, man. Okay, so we're just waiting for Mr. Ottoman to decide that he's done with his offensive war. We were also looking around at this. I don't think we have actually seen a single Ottoman army. This is just god-awful AI. I can't believe they declared this war. I can't believe a guy with 500,000 troops. I haven't seen a single army in 5 years. But I can't say I'm surprised. Bicol. Sulu soldiers died. Yeah, so the fact that there is no battle listing the Ottoman deaths means that even though it says the Ottomans did lose 10,170 troops in total, they lost them not to us, but to a rebel stack or something. And also, it doesn't account for attrition suffered in neutral territory or their own territory. So they declared the war on us, and then just let us sit here. I have my entire army drilling. Every stack is drilling while we just wait for them to show up. It's so dumb. Could I do a summary of my building strategy? Yeah, sure. I mean, let me just expand on the temple thing for a second. If you had to choose between a temple in the early game and a workshop in the early game, another argument for erring on the workshop is that not only do workshops increase your production, which production efficiency does not affect trade value, but late game, you're going to want more base production and not as much base tax because base production gives production efficiency and trade efficiency. But look at the difference between workshop and a haiguan, whatever this thing is in normal mode. This goes from 50% to 100%. This only goes from 40 to 60. So you don't get as much in this upgrade as you get from here. And this has nothing to do with manufactories. Again, it's just another argument for why workshops are better. But general rundown on buildings is, in my opinion, the highest priority building is a workshop. Second highest priority building is a manufactory. Actually, no, I would actually say manufactories are the most important. If you can build a manufactory in a province, it's the best building, hands down. Secondary would be workshop. Tertiary, marketplace, if there is a center of trade, or an estuary. The difference between center of trade and estuary is, center of trades are the ones that you can upgrade. Estuaries are the ones that look like this. They're just a flat modifier. You want marketplaces in these as well, because they're effectively the same as a level 2 center of trade. So manufactory, workshop, marketplace. Fourth would be dock, not dock. Used to be dock, now they're called shipyards. Shipyards. Naval force limit +2 raw on every coastal province is incredibly valuable. Universities don't take a building slot, so I'm not ranking those because you can just always build them. I want a shipyard in every single coastal province. I always want shipyards. Very low priority buildings would be things like docks. I'd rather upgrade a center of trade on the coastline than build docks. Never build marketplaces out of center of trades or estuaries. Forts take priority over any of this other stuff I just mentioned if tactically it gives you zone of control, prosperity, defensive terrain bonuses for combat. If it like cordons off a whole area, for example, I will sacrifice a workshop or a manufactory to get a fort in a good province that does something that I want. But ideally, you could just develop and get everything that you want. Regimental camps are a very low priority building. I feel like you can get force limit much easier from subjects, especially if you take things like influence ideas, aristocratic ideas, anything that has a any idea group that has a modifier to vassal force limit contribution right here will make it so that colonial nations, vassals, marches give outrageous amounts of land force limit. I mean, look at this. We have Frozen Turtle Land and Sunny Turtle Land both giving 5 raw force limit. You tack on a percent-based multiplier to your force limit and you've got plenty. So I wouldn't usually recommend building regimental camps. The one exception to that is that I usually do build regimental camps in my colonial nations, and sometimes in my marches. Reason for that is that a lot of times your colonial nations will have a good income, not to mention you can subsidize them, but they have a very small force limit when they're brand new. They need to get like 20, 30 provinces before they become strongish. And they can wage their own wars separate from your wars. And you want them to do that. So if you build regimental camps in your colonial nations, then things like this can happen. Sunny Turtle Land has a force limit now of 12 because I built some regimental camps for him. He's got 4. Without these 4, he would only have a force limit of like 6 or 7, depending on his multiplier. And there's just no one he could even consider beating, especially on very hard, where everyone else has plus 50% force limit. You almost have to build it. Otherwise, they can't compete, and they'll get trounced every time you go to war. Every time you go to war with another colonial nation, another colonial power, their colonial nation will kill your colonial nation if you don't give them regimental camps. Barracks are high priority as well, but they are below economic because worst case scenario, let's say that you have all of the buildings in the order I mentioned. You go manufactory, workshop, potentially a marketplace, or the upgraded version, by the way, if it's a center of trade or an estuary. And then below that, you've got your dock. After all those conditions are met, you want a barracks. Definitely want a barracks. But worst case scenario, if there aren't any building slots available, you want the economic benefits from the workshop and all that other stuff over the manpower, because ideally you don't need mercs, but because of the economic benefits from the workshop and manufactory combo, if you had to, you could just use mercs. And I would rather have a country that has a very strong economy, strong enough to hire mercs, versus having a country that has a really shit economy, but a lot of manpower. Picture it like this. Would you rather be Italy and rolling in the cash as like Genoa with a massive stack of 20 mercs in the early game? Or would you rather be a horde, poor as shit, always in debt, with massive manpower? I think most people would recognize that from experience, it's better to be the guy with lots of money. That's the rationale for why barracks are nice, but not as important. Beyond that, this building, you really only ever end up building it in your capital because your capital has lots of building slots. I wouldn't really go down these. The town hall is not really worth making. The primary reason why I say that is because same argument against most monthly autonomy change ideas and stuff. Like, it's nice to have if you have autonomy in a province, but once your autonomy hits 0 or 25, then there's no functional benefit to the modifier. It's pointless. Oh, we lose 0.125 monthly autonomy, except not really. It doesn't do anything. So it's a pointless modifier. So the only effect to this building is state maintenance minus 25. State maintenance is a fraction of the cost for our country, and that's because we have edicts on right now. Without these edicts, you can turn that one off, by the way. Without the edicts on, I think I just turned some on between episodes to try to get global trade a little bit quicker, but without the edicts, it's just a fraction. It's not worth building the building. 0.12 ducats for this building versus the benefit of a workshop and then potentially being able to build other stuff. Yeah. The one exception to that is that, again, sometimes this does make sense in your capital, because in your capital state, you already have a reduction to state maintenance of 50% due to your capital state modifier. This only applies to your capital state. Here you can see there is no reductions. And because of paradox math, if you build this thing, a yamen, I think it's called a courthouse normally, state maintenance minus 25 is not 25, it's effectively 50%. Because state maintenance minus 25, when it's already been reduced by 50, means you're going from 50% cost to 25% cost. So it can make a difference. It might make sense in your capital province. In fact, we might have already built one in our former capital based on that math, but then our capital moved. And I would always consider deleting it if there was a better building like the workshop or the manufactory. And then this, of course, the upgraded version basically takes state maintenance in your capital state to 0 if you build one in every building. But the autonomy benefit is wasted. Oh. Anyway, are there even any other buildings to talk about, I think? Furnaces are basically the same thing as a manufactory, so same logic. Obviously upgrade your forts. I would never, like almost under any circumstance, never really recommend you upgrade a regular temple to a great temple. This is like one of the worst returns on investment possible. You pay 3 times as much to gain only 20% extra land, local tax modifier. I guess maybe if you're doing like a one faith world conquest, then you really, really need the local missionary strength. That could be an argument for it, but usually it's never going to pay it for itself. And you probably only want to upgrade this. It costs 4 times the money to upgrade. Only do this upgrade after you have your manufactory in place. Anyway, let's actually play, because that was like 12 minutes of explaining building logic. Getting really close to our admin point cap. Ottomans are down to medium. We can get another 3 war score from this. Length of war is still at 3. I think we just go to 25 ticking war score. I'm not going to wait for him to get down to 0 enthusiasm. So, what do we do with our admin points? We need to get to 75 mandate before we conquer any more clay. Otherwise, this disaster is going to be a problem. I think we're doing some development right now. Yeah. I'm not going to worry about turning on dev cost edicts, though. I just don't want to deal with hitting the point cap. Stability increase? We could. That's not a bad idea considering we need the harmony, but eventually we'll get the stab from our advisors. I probably need to cycle them. I think that we've already got stab events from all these guys, and they are very inexpensive to promote. So let's switch over to a morale guy. Oh no, he's trying to coalition against us. What are we gonna do? Okay, 3 more months, we can peace out, I think. Do you think Paradox will ever change buildings? They've changed them once. A long time ago, buildings used to cost monarch points. So, it could be done. I feel like this game is approaching the end of its development life cycle, though. I don't think we're going to see a lot of major overhaul DLC anymore. Taldia, thank you for your sub, man. Ye separatists at 80% progress. They are mad in the province of some places. Let's just suppress with a stack for now. And get that gone. That should do it, I think. No unrest, no unrest, okay. We are at max war score against the Ottomans, and he's on low and medium enthusiasm, which is about as good as it's going to get, unless we want to wait another couple years. And I don't, so... Thank you for the money, Ottomans. Come back again sometime. He's willing to do a 19% peace deal. I'll take, probably 19% money then. Let me think, though. He's got an income of 272. Let's do some math. 272 times 10% times 10 years would be 120 months. 3,264 ducats over 10 months. Yeah. That versus the direct 10% war score. It's better to take the war reps over the direct cash. So we'll do war reps and 9 war score worth of money. Every monthly wait is 173 ducats. It is true that every single time the length of war ticks and his enthusiasm goes down by 1. It's not every month though. It's every 3 out of 4 months. We could wait. I just don't wanna. Not to mention, there's a big jump in willingness to negotiate once he slips down to low. All right, fine. Fine. We can do it. We can embrace... Hey, look! Ah! Haha! Chat, I was right. I estimated 45. 45-15. It's pretty close. I'm awesome. You're awesome too, but I'm awesomer. How are you getting money from him in the war? Because we won. Isn't war reps 10% of tax income? No. War reps is 10% of all income. You're probably thinking of vassal tax income, which is only out of their tax income. Pause, I have rebels. I do? Where? Oh, yeah, whatever. These are in their land. I don't care. Although that does cost us some war score. Maguinda now is worth 3.5. Alright, fine. Nessie, go fix. Yeah, they're not actually our rebels, but if they take control of that land, that'd be bad. Less war score. Zero morale, though? Haha, you must be new here. Our army is so strong compared to theirs that we will definitely win within 12 days, so morale doesn't actually matter. Crap! 100 points. Crap. Whatever. We'll go down to like 600 dip. 500 dip, something like that. Let's also do some more admin clicks. Not too many though, because we do need to core stuff. Okay. Is it worth it to lower inflation with admin? Yes. I think so. It depends on your economy, but because it scales, like... it's pretty much always going to be a good thing. Your economy should always be growing. Still no sign of the Ottoman Navy or army. He's on 7 enthusiasm now. Now 6. Or 5, 6, 7. Failures of the examination system gain mandate or gain meritocracy. Again, how are these two things even remotely close to relevant, like, to each other? Mandate is amazing. Meritocracy is easy. They're not even on the same level. That's like comparing stab to like, I don't know, military points. Would you rather have 1 stability or 50 military points? Come on. Yeah, maybe, I guess. If you're already done with all the reforms, then maybe the meritocracy would be better. So that could be a thing. Yeah, 75 mandates. So we're allowed to take land again. No more civil war. Come on. Come on. Auto derps, just give us all your money. Just a little bit, please. Can't believe he declared this war. I'm embarrassed for him. Could, we have forced tributary state against him. Maybe we make Oirat into a tributary right now. He's guaranteed by Ming, though. We should use him to reset the truce again. Our truce with Ashikaga is up soon, already. In March of 1610. He has no friends. Total war score cost is 137, so a couple wars. I guess we'll auto-transport this stack to, like, Kyoto. And then they can drill over there for now, in preparation for attacking him. Any tips to gain Renaissance faster? And do you have it? Do we have the Renaissance? Yes, we have the Renaissance. It's 1608, man. How would we not have the Renaissance? There we go. Low enthusiasm. So now he'll be willing to agree to a lot more. 32 war score. We'll just take war reps and that. 3,800 plus tech war reps. Thank you for kind donation to the Korean Church of Goodness. We're awesome. You suck. But embrace. We'll still probably wait one more year to take tech. Wait till January and not pay any monarch points. Let's build some more workshops, manufactories, that kind of thing. Pretty good. Ming is apparently rivalous or something. No, unrivalous. I don't know. We gained a merchant because of the global trade bonus. Let's transfer here. While we have that extra merchant from the parliamentary debate, I want to go up to 6 level 3 world ports. Probably should do the capital, even though we don't really need the trade power, just for the institution spread rate in the future. Would be useful. Wait, what? I didn't mean to do resistance to reformation. Come on. That was a misclick. Give it back. You're supposed to be trade power. Blah! Why you do this, game? I was wrong. Resistance to reformation, come on. I'm Confucian. This doesn't make any sense. Is there any way to gain power projection when you have no eligible rivals? Yes, you can gain power projection from completing age bonuses. Each one of these completed age bonuses gives you 3. You can also gain power projection from being a great power. Being number 1 ranked great power gives you, I believe, 25. Yeah. You still can't get above 50 though. Misclick, 1444. I like you guys, you're funny. So Ming is no longer a valid rival, apparently. Let's do this. So I'm gonna take a short break here. Next episode, I think we need to remember to... We're gonna tributary all the things by using our colonists. That's something we said we were gonna do. Let's go ahead and do that. So, alright, see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.